Confusion in court as documents reveal Buhari's approval of Naira redesign, contrary to persecution claims. Making no said just persecute Emefiele for nothing. Anyway, the news in detail, let's find out more. There was a slight confusion on Tuesday as Nigeria's federal government moved to tender documents showing that former President Muhammadu Buhari approved the redesign of the nation's currency in 2022. The immediate past governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, Mr. Godwin Emefiele, is presently being prosecuted for redesigning the 200 Naira, 500 Naira, and 1,000 Naira notes, allegedly without the approval of Buhari, as well as that of the Board of Directors, BOD, of the CBN. To prove his case against Emefiele, the anti-graft agency had on May 28 called the former director of currency operation at the CBN, Mr. Ahmed Bello Umar. At the last proceedings, Umar was the first prosecution witness. PW1 had narrated how the management of the Apex Bank directed its department, the currency operation, to come up with a memo on the redesign of the Naira notes sometime in August 22, 2022. However, at the resumed trial on Tuesday, EFCC's lawyer, Mr. Rotimi Oyedepo, moved to tender through the witnesses' document relating to the prosecution of the case. When he mentioned a letter of disapproval by the former president for the redesign of the currency, the court could not help but ask if the charge against Emefiele was that he did not get the approval of the president for the redesign. However, following the non-objection of the defense, the court admitted the said document, which included the letter of the chief of staff to the president, conveying the president's approval for the redesign of a new Naira notes. The letter was dated October 13, 2022. Also tendered was another letter dated October 6, 2022 from Emefiele seeking approval for the redesign, which the witness admitted was granted on page 11 and also has the president's signature. The EFCC tendered two documents on the approval of the redesign, which they claimed one was approved by Emefiele and the other by former President Muhammadu Buhari. According to Umar, the new notes produced by Emefiele were different from the one approved by Buhari in terms of QR code, the positioning of the portrait, and the numbering style. On that cross-examination by Emefiele's lawyer, Mr. Mahmoud Magaji, the witness, who admitted that Buhari approved the redesigning of the new notes, admitted he supervised the distribution across the 37 branches of the Apex Bank. The witness also disclosed that as director of currency, he signed the redesigned 200, 500, and 1,000 Naira notes alongside the former CBN boss. Omar, although said he was not at the launch of the new notes by Buhari, admitted watching the launch on television. Also testifying, the managing director of the Nigeria Security Printing and Minting Company, PLC, Dr. Ahmed Halilu, who admitted working closely with the CBN on the Naira redesign, stated that when he met with Emefiele over the redesign of a new note, he told the former CBN boss that the federal government press does not have the capability, and machinery to embark on the project. We noticed a lot of changes at the printing level. Some of the changes have to do with the numbering system, production of QR code, and repositioning of the watermarks on the back of paper. We suggested to the CBN that to enable us properly produce the currency, we should engage the La Rue of the United Kingdom, the original designers of a currency, he said. As at the time, it was impossible to implement the way of production what has been designed, he added. Halilu further disclosed that De La Rue, in responding, submitted two options which he submitted to the CBN for consideration and approval. He said one of the options was later given to them for production, adding that a cost of £205 was later paid by CBN. Under cross-examination, the witness, however, disclosed that the cost of printing the new Naira notes was the same as printing the old note. My lord, the unit cost of the old currency and the new remains the same, he said. Halilu, who also disclosed that the printing of the new notes was done 100% locally, noted that there was a very little difference between the same Apple relift. Okay, between the sample, rather, that there was very little difference between the sample approved by Buhari and that designed by De La Rue. Besides, he said that he met severally with the Director of Currency and the former CBN governor to avoid any mistake in the final production. The witness, in addition, admitted that the said difference between what Buhari approved and was printed was only noticed after production. Responding to questions on Buhari's approval, the NSP MC boss admitted that the former president never consulted him on the redesign of the Naira. He also agreed with Magaji all the approvals whereby Buhari were channeled to the former CBN boss. He also admitted that the Naira, after the redesign, was fit and for proper use. He also confirmed that the currency in circulation were the ones unveiled at the launch by the former president. The EFCC had on May 15 arraigned Emefiele on 4-count charge before the Justice Marian Anene of the High Court of the Federal Capital Territory, FCT, sitting in Maitama, Abuja. Emefiele, however, denied the charge and was admitted to bail in the sum of 300 million naira. And the 4-count charge, the anti-graft agency claimed that Emefiele embarked on the Naira redesign without the approval of the board of CBN as well as the then president, Muhammadu Buhari. Specifically, the EFCC is causing Emefiele approving of the printing of various quantities of new Naira notes without the recommendation of the board of Central Bank and the strict approval of the President, Federal Republic of Nigeria, which conduct of yours caused injury to the public, and you hereby. Okay. And you thereby committed an offense. While in court, he was being accused of approving the printing of 375,520,000 naira notes at the cost of 11 billion naira. In 2 weeks, he was accused of approving the printing of 472 million colored swapped 500 naira notes at the cost of 4.4 billion naira. Also in count 3, the former CBN boss was alleged to have approved for printing 137,070 pieces of colored 200 notes at a cost of 3.4 billion naira. He was, however, in count 4, alleged to have withdrawn the sum of 124,860,227 naira from the Consolidated Revenue Fund of the Federation in a manner not prescribed by the National Assembly. Meanwhile, the matter has been adjourned to September 19th for continuation of trial. So what are they trying to say? When they said Emefiele forged Bubu's signature, I was just laughing. If you don't want to arrest Buhari for crime committed as a president, then arrest him for crime committed as a petroleum minister. Buhari is a big thief who used the name of Allah to disguise. No, be me, Sokamo. It is not my handwriting, it is not my voice. Okay, on this note, we have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day.